right, ladies, we are back for another episode on the Weight Loss for Women 40 Plus podcast. You just got me again, you got Josh, and today we are talking about trial and error. Now, I was chatting to a lady today. She signed up to the program. She only needs to lose about 5 kilograms, so she signed up to the VIP transformation program, and we had a great chat, understanding what her problems were, things that haven't, worked in the past, things that she tried. But the biggest thing that she got stuck on, and I thought it was really interesting that she brought it up. She's like, look, I said, why? Why now? Why do this program? Like, why not do it next week, or why not do it when you have more time? She's like, I'm sick of trialing and error and wasting my time. She just goes, look, I understand that where I am right now in life, my kids are a bit older, I work full time, I'm probably not going to have a lot of spare time. I was like, okay, that's a very reasonable answer. She's like, I've tried the trial and error. I've tried the different approaches. I've tried doing it myself. And I said, okay, well, why seek some outside help on this? She's like, I'm sick of wasting my time. I was like, okay, that is probably the best answer that you could probably get to is we're sick of wasting time. Because at the end of the day, you could potentially figure this out. Like it's not unrealistic to think that someone couldn't figure this out. But how long is it going to take you to figure it out? Now, it's like me trying to figure out how to service my car. Like I could do it and I could probably get it right, or I could at least do 80, 90% of it. But there's a higher chance that I'm either going to fuck it up or it's going to take me way too long to work it out. And what do? I end up saving fucking couple $100 by doing it myself. Like it just wouldn't be worth the time. I'd have to jump on YouTube. I'd have to watch 1,000 fucking hours of servicing cars, try to find my make, my model, how to do my car. And in the end, I could have just fucking paid someone to do it. I'm like, so what did I really get out of that? I don't want to be a mechanic. Otherwise I would have studied an apprenticeship of being a mechanic. That's not what I want. So, and she was the same thing. She's like, she has her own business. It's like bookkeeping, accounting. And she's like, I don't want to figure this out. She's like, I've been banging my head up against the wall for months trying to figure it out. And in the last 6 months, she hadn't lost any weight. Like in the last 12 months, she'd actually gained 2 kilograms. And she's like, I don't want to waste any more time. I was like, cool. That is a really fucking smart thing to do. Reach out to someone who has got the skills, got the knowledge, and pay them to fix the problem. You don't need to be a jack of all trades. And weight loss is one of those things. Sometimes people think that just because they're a human being, they should be able to figure it out. Well, I'm a human being and I don't know how to do surgery on other human beings. Like I'm never going to figure that out. It's just one of those things that you're going to go see a doctor or a surgeon and they're going to do it because that's what they're trained in, that's what they're skilled in. Now, if you have endless amounts of free time, then maybe it's worth having a crack. But then what do you run into? What are the common problems? The most common problem I see people run into when they're trying to figure it out is they don't know the full picture. So when they're looking at videos, reels, they're doing their own research, they find it difficult to understand what is right for them and what is right for someone else. Because what is right for someone else might not be right for you. And a lot of people get stuck here. Most people know just enough on the topic to think that they're right, but they don't know enough to absolutely know that they're wrong. And that's like me with a lot of things. Like when I was first become a personal trainer, I knew enough to think I was smart. I knew enough to think that I knew what I was talking about. But the more I learned, the more I realized that I knew fucking nothing. And my limited amount of information gave me a false sense of confidence that I actually knew what I was talking about. And it wasn't until I got around smarter people where I realized there's actually more to this than I think. And that's why we've been doing this for half a decade now, like this company, working with women 40 plus, helping them lose weight, tone up, learn how to maintain it, teaching those strategies. Because it's taken us a long time to learn it. We've hired lots of coaches, we've got lots of outside help on the upskilling of what we do to be able to get to a point where we can present something in a simple, easy program. Now, trial and error, I don't know about you, but it's heartbreaking. You try something out for 3 months and then what? Nothing happens. You lose a kilogram, you put it back on, you put on 2. That's a lot of effort. Like, let's just break that down for a second. Like, let's really break this down. It's not just 3 months. Let's break down the daily actions. You're trying to lose weight, but you're trying to do it by yourself. That means you're going to wake up tomorrow. You might get up early. You might go do a workout. You might go to a gym. You might do a walk. You might do a workout from home. You're like, cool, I did a workout. 20, 30, 40 minutes, tick. And throughout the day, you're like, okay, so I read that this diet, I've got to eat, these meals. And then you start eating those meals. But it didn't start there. You had to go buy the meals. You had to then come home, unpack the groceries. You had to prepare the meals. You had to, divvy it up into containers, whatever, meal prep, and cook it, clean everything. Man, that takes a lot of time. Cooking, cleaning, preparing food, that kind of stuff. And then you ate your meals. You're trying to be good. Maybe you're cutting back the alcohol. Maybe you're cutting out the carbs. Maybe you're trying to eat less sweets. So you're sacrificing time, energy, and effort, a little bit of money, and you do that for a full week. Nothing happens. Jump on the scale. You're like, fuck. Okay, I did a full week's worth of effort. That kind of sucks. That's a punch in the gut. You're like, okay, maybe I just need to give it more time. So you do it again next week. All right, the time, the energy, the effort, the preparation, the cooking the shitty meals that you don't like, cutting out foods that you do like. Maybe you're not as social this week. You're like, I'm just going to try a little bit harder. That way you say no to meeting up with the girls, or maybe you're not doing that family event this week. You're not feeling that great within yourself. You want to focus on your weight loss. End of the second week goes by, you jump on the scales. Fucking weight goes up, 0.5 kilogram. You're livid. You're like, what the actual fuck is going on? And you do that week after week after week. A whole month goes by. You drop 0.5 kilogram in a month. That is a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a shitload of effort into losing 0.5 kilogram. What do? Do you do it again next month? You do the same process. You're like, fuck, could I really put in that much effort to lose a measly 0.5 kilo? A lot of people do. And they just keep trying to grind it out. But you know what? You're saving a little bit of money from not getting coaching. It just, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, it doesn't seem worth it to spend all that time on something to get fucking nothing out of it. I would be super pissed off. And the ladies that I talk to, they are pissed off and they're frustrated. So what we do, and then they're like, and then they talk to us and they go, fuck, these guys actually half know what they're talking about. They've got the results, they've got the interviews, they've got the testimonials, they've got the Google reviews. They're like, they must know something that we don't. And the truth is, we probably do. The reason that we are consistently getting results is because we have a process that works. We need a successful process. And I don't just mean it helps you lose weight, it fits a busy lifestyle. Like, you got to think here, like the type of ladies we work with, what, you think they've got like all the fucking spare time in the world? Of course not. These women are working, they're busy, 98% of them have kids, got a family, got a partner, some do, some don't. Like, they're busy women. So if you're like, oh, I'm too busy, it wouldn't work for me, that's fucking an excuse. That's bullshit. Like, all the ladies we work with are busy mums. I guarantee hundreds of them are busier than you are right now. Now, that's not for me to go, you're shit at what you're doing. It's for me to tell you that if they can do it, of course you can fucking do it. Absolutely. We've got the busiest ladies. We've got ladies that are running like law firms full-time with kids, partner, everything, school drop-off, soccer practice, and looking after fucking, 20, 30, 50 staff. I'm like, if these ladies who are the busiest of the busiest I've ever seen can do it successfully, then you can do it as well. Nice and simple. So if you're sick of the trial and error, sick of the disappointment, the bitter frustration at the end of the week where you put in effort and you didn't get that result, just maybe it is time to start looking for some outside help. Maybe it's time to reach out. Because if you keep doing the same thing, getting the same result and expecting a different outcome, you will go insane. You will just literally, absolutely go insane. It's like jumping on the bike when you want to learn how to do the skateboard. Like, no amount of that riding that bike is going to help you do the skateboard. At some point, you just got to change what you're doing and do something that is more in alignment with the end goal that you want. And if you have not been seeing results for the last couple of months, what you are doing may not be the right thing for you. And that's a breath of fresh air because you'd much rather have that outcome. You'd much rather truly know that you're doing the wrong thing rather than you can't lose weight. Let that sink in. You'd much rather understand that you've just been fucking it up than realize that your body's fucked. Now, I can tell you everybody can lose weight. Like, genetics is 0.5% of this goal. It has such little bearing on the outcome. I've got ladies going through all stages of life, all different dynamics, different kind of diseases, different conditions, different illnesses, crushing it. So don't tell me that your genetics is a thing stopping you from losing weight. I guarantee if I jump on a call with you, I'll find out in 3 questions whether you're doing the right things or not. Now, that's not a bad thing, that's a good thing, because if there is a clear problem, that means there's a clear solution. It might not be obvious to you, but we've been doing this for a long time. So if you're at that point where you're like, okay, you raise a very good point, Josh, then reach out. Simple. If you want to get involved or at least find out more about the VIP transformation program that has done almost 2,000 transformations for our clients, women 40 plus, very simple. Head over to Instagram, Josh Humphreys. Send me a message, DM me, reply on one of my comments, say, hey, interested in learning a little bit more. And we'll have a chat, nice and simple. If you're super keen bean, jump on the website, www.blissbodyu.com.au, fill out an application form, and we'll take it from there. Put your details in, and we'll contact you. If we think we can help, we'll jump on a call, nice and simple. All right, ladies, it's simple. If you're liking this kind of content, if you're sick of the trial and error, maybe it's time to do something different. Now, if you like what you hear today, pass it on to someone else. Share it with someone. Give someone else the gift of listening to this dude and potentially solving some weight loss challenges. All right, lots of love. Go kick goals. Leave a review if you're listening to my podcast. Give me a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. All right, team. I'll catch you in the next one.